Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected,
Fixerbot
I'm
Snacks.
about to go live, you know what I
Stream
mean.
starts in
Got
5
high
minutes.
expectations, gonna teach you something new. Learning and hacking, exploring, there's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. New discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Together we'll unravel the secrets, unlock the code. No limits, no boundaries, no knowledge will explode. Welcome to my stream, where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow. In this stream of knowledge, together we'll grow.
T-minus 4 minutes.
Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean. Got high expectations, gonna teach you something new. Learning and hacking, exploring, there's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. New discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Together we'll unravel the secrets, unlock the code. No limits, no boundaries, no knowledge will explode. Welcome to my stream, where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow. In this stream of knowledge, together we'll grow. Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean.
Stream
Got
about to
high
start. 1 minute left.
expectations, gonna teach you something new. Learning and hacking, exploring, there's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. New discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Together we'll unravel the secrets, unlock the code. No limits, no boundaries, no knowledge will explode. Welcome to my stream, where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow. In this stream of knowledge, together we'll grow.
welcome in. So today I have a bit of a mess on my desk because I've been cleaning the rest of the room here.
Fixing stuff? Why are you breaking it?
Yeah, we'll see. Let's see if the camera. Let's make sure we have camera here so you can see what I'm doing. So how are you, Dustin? Everything good? Remember. So let's see here. So is everything dark? No, it's just
92 minutes so far.
Oh my god. The phone call was that long? Yeah, right, so I realized what happened here. We don't want to like zoom in too much here. Do you see the brightness? I was like, oh my god, that's dark. Let's see. So now I have started Eerie in here. So we have a very messy desk. So fixing, so many things to fix here. Let's put the full thingy up here. I'm like, what button do I press? That one. What do you want fixed? I can like cut your hair. I can fix that. Otherwise, I don't know much what I could fix. I could maybe fix some tiny knowledge gap you might have in some area where I happen to know more than you. That I could also do, but like human mechanics, it's too advanced for me. Yeah, we have the microscope up, and it's a test image, which is correct. So I had problems before, you know. So now we can use it if we wanna. That's good. So this is a like mosquito thingy that's just stopped. And this keyboard looks like it's falling apart. This is the base. This is a base for the microscope. I'm never gonna use this. So I thought I'd remove this bit. This is just a bit of metal. And the stand is, so that it's just like 10 centimeters off. You could adjust it like this much when it was on this microscope. Now I have it on this arm instead. And we can use it so much further away. It's amazing. This was total crap. I'm never going to use it, so I'm going to throw it away. But to get these out, we need to desolder here. So that needs fixing. Here's the rest of the bits, like the box for the card there. I don't know, what would you use with this solid metal plate? Also, this X was not even in the middle, so... But I can't unscrew these because it's soldered on. So we could possibly use these for something. Put it like on the desk, right? Make a hole in the desk and put them there. And have like lights from... Because the lights work. So... It's not plugged in, but if I plugged in USB, I could just change the volume of both lights with this. So why not just have it in a corner taking space, right? So what else do we have that we need to fix? It's like piles of stuff here. Piles and piles. I know I had... And then some stuff, like why is this in my room? We can do music now. I don't know what. It's from the kids' musical stuff, you know? So I also put, one of the things I found here is the tiny light. Because I sorted all of my, these kind of twisty thingies, these kind of thingies, all kind of like the ones you have on your body, holders. All the things are in one place now. Not like falling over edges of tables and other things. And being in one box also, that was too tiny. So now it's in one of the kind of big IKEA ones. And I thought, why not put this on the edge of the table? Because sometimes this light, it's kind of bright. And it's from the top and we get a reflection and stuff. So what do we have that could possibly reflect this lot? So, like this. It's sometimes hard to see because the camera and the lights from the same direction, right? So I thought I'd put this tiny one on the side here so we can use it sometimes if we want to. This is the same way my mic is attached right here. So, but if we're gonna use this, we also need to give it some power. There, now it's attached. Just like angled this direction-ish. So let's just put this in a temporary spot for now. There. And right, it has on the cord here, there's a control. So now I could turn this light off. And we could try this one. And this is like really what these are for too, to have light from two different side directions for the microscope. So you don't want it from the same direction. So that wasn't really fixing anything, right? Though this is even more blinding, I think. Though it is at the max. Anyway, I can easily change the direction of this, whatever we would like. Yeah, you can see it here. Let's just do that, and maybe this is a horrible idea. We'll see. I'm gonna turn it off for now because it was even more in my eyes than this thing is. And we can kind of have this. Well, I guess I want it kind of a bit up, right? So, tape. This was somewhere in my drawers, probably. Why? So I should make a pile for things that's going into the other room. So these are drilled. Let's put a pile here. Those are going to the other room. And I'm thinking this keyboard, it's not really very broken, but it will soon be because the plastic is all gone here, right? So I've been looking at this. And it's also in the way of the soldering stuff, so we'll start with this. So I'm thinking we'll just open it and see if we can fix this. It's probably just to push this in and make sure it's got a more stable connection. And I decided to have my screwdrivers not in the drawer because I use them all the time, right? So I'm going to have them on the shelf where I have stuff in front of me, right? And the screwdriver is probably already outside the box too. This is probably big enough for these. So 92 minutes call. I'm assuming not a very focused one then. Is it a meeting? So this is a good keyboard except for the cable. I'm like, I don't want to put this on use when it looks like it's falling apart. Also, my space key is starting to get double spaces again. Started the other day, so I'm like, maybe I do need to get a more like higher quality keyboard. We'll see. I did buy two when I bought this, so, or the part of this that is from the newest purchase. So I have one unopened in a box. And it's like $20 to $30 price range, something like that. So it's not very expensive one. Come on. Well, for me, I could buy a $1 one before, so this is probably $1. Plus VAT because it's company purchase. So also one of these pads is missing here. Do I have a extra one that looks the same? Nah. So all of these that I like pull off stuff when I take something apart, I put them in the drawer. So is something still? Yeah, warranty void seal, of course, right? So let's remove the sticker. That's just plastic, I think. So let's see. Oh, there's one here too. It's all black. So, should I move my keyboard a bit? But I think I don't have that much space. Though it's like cleared over here again. It's just these things in need of fixing. Actually, I'll throw this away because it broke the other part. But that's plastic, so over there. Now. So. There. It's just the little plastic sheet. Goo. And one of these fell off. They're all loose. So this is what a cheap keyboard looks like inside. I can see that this button, it must have fallen somewhere too, right? So do we have definitely got a button there, right? So, am I blind or am I not blind? And it's actually like gone. There's a piece of plastic here. So, something is broken there. It looks like the base of a screw thingy, right? So we won't need that. It's good enough without. So, but here is the plastic piece. So, two things then. We need to find the blue thingy. And not move more of them to the wrong place. It's kind of cool, this. I'm just gonna see if I find anything on the floor. Yeah, it's right here. So I'm glad I didn't open it sideways. I was thinking of doing that. They would have all fallen, right? So, yeah. So let's actually fold this over to the side, a bit like that, so we can see this cable here. So we can see there's like a more thicker plastic here. This is supposed to be attached here. So I don't think I can cut this away. What I want is to protect it from being like pulled out, you know. So these will move a lot. Can't be fun building these. Like putting a million of blue thingies in the right place. And it's a bit sticky sometimes. And this one has some black plastic in it. Yeah, I think this works fine, so I don't think it's actually... So what I was thinking about was just putting it in more, but I was also thinking of putting shrink tube on here. But I'm not gonna unscrew this board here. So I also have this thing, rubber, I can just put around it. But that wouldn't be like stretch protection. So I would prefer to be able to just remove this. Let's see. I'm actually going to mess with this a bit. So right, one thing that's also in the pile was like these. This is like a new thing. Never did it. Like for sunglasses. And I haven't used sunglasses a lot lately. I have these like one-time wipey thingies I've been using whenever I really had to. They're just like gooey. And I also glued them. So now there's a smaller risk of me just unintentionally breaking the thing. There. So maybe this is actually microscope stuff, right? Because I don't think you can see anything what I'm doing. So let's put that microscope back. Now let's turn it on. Microscope. Here. Let me put a preview on my other window so I can focus this better. So, over there-ish. Yeah, so there. So it's very new to be able to place this like this because it didn't used to work. So what I did, I was starting to cut it open. So let's continue. We can do this too, right? But big fingers. So now maybe even I can see better here. So I just felt there was like a hole in the middle. I'm gonna move all the blue things, right? So yeah, I kind of felt there was no reason to be careful with those blue. So I'm not gonna desolder these and fix this in a real good way. And before we do more than this, yeah, I think they're good, right? What do you think? Should we really open this up and desolder stuff to put a shrink tube on here? Nah. I'm gonna go and get the stuff that is like, it's like shrink tube, it just gets stuck to itself. Rubbery. It smells like pancakes up there. So I think this is the new of the same. No, it's not. This is tape. This is tape. Let's see. Because I have this rubber that's like... This is just tape. Let's open it and look. Or I'll have to look. Maybe it's in my soldering things. Yeah, this is just some kind of sticky tape. Quite sticky. Yeah, so we don't want this. Too sticky, right? They should have like plastic on the side too. Yeah, so I don't want to leave this box or this roll of tape just laying around. So I'm gonna check my soldering spot. It's not here probably. Solder, electric tape. Look, I actually have one of these. It's good to have it in the drawer, right? I think I've never used it. I don't know why I have it. Yeah, so there's the PlayStation 3 stuff is still over here. So here we have more electric tape. So it's like boxes like this.
You think if you want to install components such as sensors, it's better to use a pinhead or solder it directly to the PCB, considering that if the sensor is in error, it is easy to replace it.
Well, it depends how much do you care about space. It's a PCB, so it's not like a breadboard. You might not mind soldering to it. Could be easy to solder too. I think I would, if it's a PCB, I would go for like easy. You don't plan to break the sensors, right? So I would probably solder it. Huh? Depends what kind of stuff. Yes. I'm gonna go and get. I think I have it in the drawer over there. I think I'm going for it. So, by the way, let's actually click my little switch mics. There, you can still hear me. So, yes, I was cleaning the room really much this review. So there's a big pile of clothes going to the laundry out here. So let's see here. Measuring tape. Then it's all personal. What do you prefer? So if I can't find this, we might have to unsolder it anyway. So maybe it's among my soldering extra things, like here somewhere. So this is the so great thing. Imagine like tape, like it's only one material. It's not sticky. It's just plastic. But when it touches itself, it becomes one piece. So it's like not sticky for anything else. So it's like shrink tube, very much more flexible. Oh, my sock got stuck in some wire there. I'm just looking in all the drawers with tools over here. I'm in the wardrobe, which is our tools here. So not in here. Connection box. RJ45s. It's just tools here. What about this? Alright, here I have another multimeter and a lot of cables and stuff. Oh, 2 multimeters. Yeah, I don't think we'll find it. So if I'm thinking shrink tube instead, let's go back in there. I'm coming back. We could do electrical tape, but that wouldn't really protect the keyboard a lot from someone just pulling on the keyboard, right? I want to have some kind of more thing there. So let's see. there's a lot of free space here now. So displays, like USBs, phone holders, GPU LEDs. My USB keys. Here, shrink tube. So watches. So this is shrink tube in Swedish. So I'll just put that on the floor. So it could be in here. Let's hope. So that's not shrink tube. So what I was thinking mostly was that we could just probably do this, right? But we have this sensitive stuff here too. So it might be good not to fold it in. Let's start with the screws, right? See if so. That's not actually anything but plastic, and this is the one that broke. You know, this is the same. It's just plastic, and that's just rubber. So it's actually not screwed in place. It's just a tiny rubber bit holding this in place. So this probably isn't screwed in place either, meaning I can't remove it without breaking it more. Oh, just a sec. 2 sekunder gubben. Tja. Sorry, I should have switched mics back too. So it was just my hobby. We got the problem with the water this morning. I called the water in the region, and they said, "Oh, we're having some kind of maintenance on your street today, so they might have started early or something." And I was like, "Okay, so that's the problem." Went to work, and now when I go back, it was still. And she also said, "If you're still having problems when you at 14:30, call us again." So I did. It was like 15:30 though. And then the person that answered my call said, no. Or rather, the person I called sent me on to the expert on it. And that person said, "We're not doing anything over there at all. So, have you checked your other tabs?" I'm like, "No." Going upstairs, good pressure on my cold water. That was a problem. In the kitchen, we didn't have any pressure on the cold. It was just trickling a tiny bit of water. So it's probably the tap itself that's broken. So we'll have to mess with that. But I was too tired now to do it. And also, I have to turn off the water for the whole house probably. I don't think we have a Bellafix over there. So I'll have to fix that tomorrow or something. Or in the weekend. We'll see. We'll see. So which size is good here? Or rather, I can't do anything right. We just realized we can't get this up unless I break these. And I don't want to do that. So the alternatives are pushing this thing in there, meaning breaking this plastic over there. So I'm thinking if we remove this plastic, we could pull the cable this way and turn it around, right? And maybe we'll put some glue on here. So that's probably the best possible way. It will lose a tiny bit of stability. That bend is only here to protect the cable from actually going that way that I was wanting it to go. And there's also something here, the plastic here. But I think it's easier to just take away a bit of that. So let's put all the shrink tube back. Was all of it, I think. So I should probably, all the others have black text. And this one has actually a paper tag with green text. Not that it matters. Is there something underneath there? No. Oh, there used to be digits, but they're stuck to the label now. Well, these are address labels that I used in my company before. So I'm also thinking I'll use English since we're streaming this, right? So everybody understand. Then I'm like, how on earth do you? I better check. It's not like I use the word shrink a lot. Yeah, I spelled it right because I'm getting a lot of hits here. People was looking for it. So shrink tube there. So we can also read it from a more distance. Hi.
Translated from
How's everything? Everything good, I hope. So let's just grab something sharp. Ended up where I wanted it. So where's my scalpel? My toothbrush is in the way. Let's put it on the computer. That's a good place. So Why am I not finding it? So glue shouldn't be there. There.
I was on Cambridge exam online.
Oh. What was it? Oh, that was actually for my shoulder that I used at the very start. Like anti-inflammatory thingy. So, let's see now if we can... let's actually move these a bit, right? And I think I will actually put the paper on so I don't put my... Though, this doesn't matter if I get a bit gooey. Let's see if I can just...
For this Applied Industrial Electronics University.
Oh, sounds fun and cool. Tell me more. So, is it something that you can do, just do it? Do you have to apply? Is it free? Does it cost money? What is it? Tell me more about it. How it works.
Yes, for 5 years.
What?
From September.
I don't know which of my many questions you answered. Could you please answer with like the thing too? I don't remember what I asked first. So let's see. Maybe we want something to pick this stuff up with. Now I really like to have it like a tiny vacuum. Because I don't want to turn this upside down. And I don't want to get a big vacuum. I think I had one somewhere. Nothing over there. Did I get all of it? Let's see. Yeah, there's some more pieces.
Yes, I was in Office University asked for place in, and they prepare one exam for me, just like that.
I was in Office University ASP for place in, and they... So, is it like an exam to get into there? Is that what it was? To do courses? So you want to do a course and you have to do an exam first. Cool, cool. I'm sure you did well. I know you know a lot of things, VR, that you've been studying yourself. ChatGPT and everything, right? Oh, I missed a shrink tube. So, there. So now there should be enough space to pull this back here. Without being too hard on the poor thing. So that's even holding it in place. So I'm glad we didn't remove this plastic because that keeps it in a good place. So that's actually good. So let's be careful when we do these. But we're just bending them and it's just some copper in there. It's nothing that's really sensitive, right? So I'm doing one at a time.
I will do a master's in electronics and improve my bachelor's programming too.
Cool, cool. Does it cost a lot of money to do it? So...
Free.
Oh, it's free. Very cool. Now you really have to tell me more. Free courses are the best. So I'm thinking this will be good enough, but I'm thinking we're going to put some hot glue on here too. But first, I want to make sure that the cable actually, yeah, the hole is big. So
But
you can
5
see
years
it here.
being a student XDDD.
Yeah, cool. Congratulations. Congratulations. Cool. So, I'm just gonna get the hot glue gun. Should we get the hot one or the like kind of nice one? Right? I have a tiny one too. I'll see if I can find the tiny one. Otherwise, I have the. I can see the other one. So let's just toggle mics there. So there. Turn on the light on here again. So I think I might have put it in one of these ice cream boxes with text on it.
There are no girls at this faculty, so cool female professor gets to be.
Okay, okay. So, yeah, glue gun. Oops. I feel really organized right now. I don't think my hubby would agree, but he's not. He's the kind of person who can't have any things at all because he only sees a big pie. He doesn't see. He can't find things. So here's a glue gun, a tiny, tiny low heat one. I think it will be good for this. So, oh god, these glasses makes my hair itch. Let me keep them like that. I guess I should have them like this, right? For the Christmas cards, they like post office sent out those. You use what you get, right? Probably a lot of years ago. I don't know anyone that actually sends Christmas cards, so let's see. So it's on there. So low temp, little cute thing, right? And I know it's like kinder to plastic. Not that the other one is really hot, right? But I was mostly thinking about the size of the
I
nozzle
don't
that
know
we
what
can.
I'm doing with my life, but I have to do something XDD.
Yeah. Yeah, and that sounds real fun, so why not? So by the way, I can see some caps there on the bottom. So there are like components on the other side of the card. I think you can see one two here. So let's just put some glue here. And make sure we don't mess with the middle of the button. And these buttons they're like laptop keyboards, the square flat thingies. That's the style of this. So it's interesting. So if we need more of this, yes, why have we made so tiny bits? Probably because I don't want to have a long stick out here, right? So we probably need more. So, some protection for the desk. I wish I knew where my other one was. I can only see my green one. Let's do the green one then. It's not like we have a green screen. Though my blue one, it has a backside with no like shapes or stuff on it. So I prefer that one. This is just basic plastic too. Nah, I don't like that one. I do have this too. This is just plastic. Or it's for food. Do you think it will get warm? Let's put stuff where they're supposed to be. We'll need that. We're done with the knife. And the pliers. There. So. Oh, look at the colors of these. This is probably sunlight or something, right? Odd. No idea. So I think it's actually starting to get warm. So we could always not on purpose have glue on that, right? So it is, yeah, so it's on my finger. It's feeling warm. It's not like I will die from a bit of that level of heat, right? So this is nice. So you can't even fold this back. I'll have to do it this way. So let's. Yeah, so nothing on the corner here. I'll be careful here. Pushing it in, otherwise it didn't work. So, what do you think? Did I do too much now? I think it might be a bit too high up. So, let's push it down with something. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of felt that this material, it's not plastic, it's some odd thing. I guess it's some kind of plastic. So, I guess it's like anti-static or something, right? So, let's get this thing back. And maybe I should put these in place before. And they will probably fall into place quite easily, since when I lift the keyboard, you know. Yeah, let's. Yeah, they're the exact size. So if they're a bit to the side, it doesn't matter really. It's not like they'll go all over the place. So what pushes the button? I'm assuming it's that middle there. So it just needs to be like roughly centered. There, we have another one. So yeah, that one. Something like that. I don't think it's like we can do much about it anyway, right? So no. And then this bit. I think it was the other way around. Yeah. Probably. And that's really high on it. So I'm gonna hold it up, looking at all the buttons. So I got one of my hairs on there. I'm thinking, imagine having like cat hair or dog hair all over the place. This must be a mess doing things like this. We don't want a lot of tiny things in. So we have the lid. This is the amount of cleaning it gets. So the front is definitely not where the cable is, right? So this must be the right direction. There. So I'm actually going to put a few screws in while I'm holding it. Maybe just one. So there's quite a few of them. So we can see a tiny bit of glue in there sticking out.
I once wanted to fix my old keyboard, but I ended up buying a new one.
So this wasn't really broken. It was just that I didn't dare to use it because it looked like the cable would just... we saw the exposed inner cables here. So I don't know how that happened, but somehow. Maybe it was like that always. So let's just unplug the tiny glue gun there. So so it all feels like it's good. Of course we have to test it too, right? Right, now I'm actually putting the screw in that hole where the board is. So these two, we see they're not like the others, right? So that's what those are. So I'm curious now where the plastic was. The loose plastic piece. There, that might have made another one of those. Did you hear it? I might have just screwed it too tight. No, I think it's good.
Good idea, could use strips on the cable inside.
This is kind of tiny, you know. It's very, very tiny cables. But maybe I misunderstood. So we also found this in the shrink tube box. So it goes in. Let's put it in the right drawer at once. Yeah. Third one there. Got a bag of them. So it's with its friends. So I cleaned the drawers like 2 days ago or whatever it was. 3 days ago? I don't know. So I'm not getting any traction in that one. So it might be the one that was bad. In that case, I'm glad I could unscrew it. Because it would have been messy not to be able to do that. So we don't care if one is not tight. So all keyboards in this house probably fell to the floor at least once, right? Yeah, so one thing I'd really like to get, it's a 3D printer. That would be cool. But it also takes a lot of space and costs a lot of money, right? if you don't want one that, here's the part that I didn't care about fixing.
How do you think I can be the oldest student at the university?
I don't think you will be. I'm sure there'll be people that are 70 and 80 years old. So, I don't think you'll be the oldest. That one is different, and that one is different. Oh. So. They seem very similar.
Difficult for me.
It's hard to beat 80. I'm sure there are other students that are 80. Yeah, these are different. So these are these screws then. Going further down, securing the cards. They're longer. I didn't notice when I just removed all those screws. Now these are also put in a different way and right by the cable. Should have seen. So then we should have like 2 more spots there too. And I'm assuming I won't be able to do anything about that one. So, unless we replace this with a longer one too. But it's just nothing there because I threw it in the trash. So, I'm not gonna open it again. Get some glue. It's not gonna be as good anyway. So, we got a spare screw instead. So, this is the kind of keyboard it is. So where did the cable go? So my mouse is on a USB that is just over here, or I can plug it in here.
It was just grassland, and now there is a building at the university. 5-year-old.
Yeah, you told me about that. You sent images of the university. And that you didn't know about it, right? Yeah. But it's cool that stuff like grows. So I'm gonna put this in here. Let's see. There. Now we should be able to type. Let's see. I tested my spelling of shrink tube and I was right. So I don't think we have to test all the keys. I think it will just work because we've never had any problems with this keyboard. So yeah. So this is a very odd one, you know, the keys. So I don't like it, but it's like laptop style anyway, right? So the angle of the keys. And it also has this dust protector. I think I thought this was cool and that's why I got it. So you can actually have this silicone cover on it inside. So if it's in a real dusty place, or maybe this is a kitchen keyboard, right? You can have it on the bench there. Type whatever YouTube video you put on a very flat screen on the maybe that's a project.
I use this one, WebLink.
Let's see. Oh. Let's look. So AliExpress keyboard. Oh my. So I'm so sorry for that. They usually do that. Yeah, so light is very nice. I have that on mine. So this works good. Ah, it also has this. Right. I want a full enter key, a normal one. This has the same thing as this one with the keys.
Yes,
Yeah.
like for China quality is very good.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So I don't have any problems. Most stuff I buy from AliExpress are good quality, really. It's just if you buy something that's $1, that's like a 1080p camera, then you can't assume that it'll actually be a good camera, you know? So, but for this price, I wouldn't assume it would be any worse than anything else. And you can also do Russian and English layout, right? So I would like Swedish. So
This is quite high price.
yeah. Uh, so we could dig into AliExpress keyboards, but let's not do that now, right? Oh, yeah. Let's have that one up so we have something nice on that screen. So this worked fine. We'll see what we use this keyboard for. Now it looks like it won't fall out,
I was
and
hearing
it's
Fonte
really
Mouse
steady.
for 7 languages.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah. I like to have the keys I've always used, you know. So you know where all the keys are, everything. So, well, let's get it something to keep track of the keyboard there. So we reuse this, or rather, it hasn't been used much. It's almost new, so it might have been like that from when it was new. Uh, so next thing, these are actually not. These just looking for a place to be put, like phone stuff. I have more phone stuff over here, but I'm going to put in a drawer back there. So will the glue gun be kind of cold? I think so. We'll see if we need it more today. But let's just put it away for now. Otherwise, we'll never have any space here. Come on. It doesn't really want to bend like I want it to. There. And this thing is on the cold end, right? We don't need the rubber band. Let's throw that out. It has its little box. Let's see if we can do this again. Yeah. So the text that was on there, that was the reason I put the label probably, did actually say, it's stuck there. See? The date. So let's just type like low temp glue gun. Do you think I can get that to fit? Low temp glue gun. There. So I guess I'm using English mostly for stream, but also my kids can only read English good, so for now. Yeah, let's put that other string 2 bit back to so. Next thing, so I don't know if you can fix this or if it's just dead, but I just want to open it and look, right? So this is a mosquito killer.
Popular US layout keyboard. Flat
Yeah.
both shifts.
Yeah. let enter and why the both shifts. I don't know what you mean with that, but let's see if we can see what's wrong with this. It might just be it's been like for a long time in the like upper hallway here next to the stairs, and I just emptied like yesterday or whenever, yeah, yesterday when I was cleaning stuff. I thought I'll just take a look, right? So let's just get some dust off everything, and let's see if we can get it started. So if we would plug it in now, we could do it actually. So we're not gonna open this with the power on. Not at first, at least. So less dust. So if I plug this in now, if it'll glow, I'm amazed. Oh, thanks. Let's see. So nothing. It's supposed to be on. There's no like on-off button or anything. But probably it's just dead. You know, it's probably just dead. But I still want to look. Take the opportunity to look inside and see. Oops. A tiny audio cable. I also don't know where to put that. So maybe we'll just pull this apart and throw the parts away, you know? Because I'm just curious, since I've never opened one of these and looked inside. So what? Is it me being blind? Or is that another screw? That looks different, definitely. So I think it's just plastic. So it's also plastic here. There's plastic, and you can see in the insides of it, right? So it's been on the floor. It's been like our nightlight, actually. And my autistic 16-year-old here doesn't like flies. So that's why it's been like on for a year or something. So it's probably just dead from age. So I think we'll have to turn it over and do the same thing. Didn't I get this up? No? Okay, so 1, I opened that one. But it's not... Oh, no. So now we know why there wasn't a screw. It was the bottom of the hole for another screw from the other side. So I guess it's more graphically... It's more aesthetic to have them on different sides, apparently. Though there could be a back and a front side, and you could have the front side visible. Well, there. So these, I guess I'd just lift up there. So it's kind of dirty, but it's not like it's extreme. So this is the insides of a mosquito killer after a year on the floor. A bit more than a year. And we have the electronics. Let's actually pull it out. So we don't need the other side either. So I'm assuming that this is just dead, this tube here, and that we can't do anything about it. But it's still interesting to look inside, and we can also look at all the components, and maybe we'll even get some spare parts for something else here. So it's kind of cool. So let's look at with the microscope on the top. Uh, so this is more like scavenging than fixing, right? So here we have all the parts. So this is where we get the power in here.
Change bulb for LED light.
Yeah, but these are like cheap. I bought 4, I think, and we only used 1 so far. So it's not like I'm gonna buy some spare parts. So we have I'm thinking this number. We could like search for this. 2012. That's long ago. I didn't buy 2012. I know that. I bought it like maybe 3 years ago. So where was the number? S J 36 93. And we get some totally different stuff, right? Yeah, I didn't have high hopes for that, but it would be cool if we found info about the board. 1850B. Refuse. So, what keeps this attached? It's 2 screws, I think. So let's. So I don't think it's worth it, but it's still interesting to see. So this will be hot, right? Or no? It will be. There will be an electric high voltage, I guess, between those. And we can see there it's like forks on different directions, right? Meeting with these plastic bits or silicone or whatever it is. So I'm actually going to wipe a bit of the gunk off here. Let's see what it's supposed to look like. Maybe it's just so much there so it shorts. We shorted. So we could always start it up like this without touching it, of course. So it's also wet and has still got stuff on it, so we're not doing it now. Oh, look, so there it kind of looks very dark. That's quite dark. That's a black and a brown cable. Yeah, so that's where the power goes into those. Okay, good. And then that is just connected to the plastic. Yeah, so this is the light, and I think this is purple too. So it's just not a white one, you know. It's a special one for luring mosquitoes. So we could, of course, if we wanted to, try and see if we could find a new one. But we'd probably first want to see if this is even electric. Not by touching it, though. So before we pull it apart, let's see if we can just clean it up a little more. And So there's a tiny chance that it doesn't start if it's without blowing the fuse then too, if it's like shorting in there from too much stuff. I don't think so. And it's not like I got all of it out. So, and I think I have 3 more in the attic because I was trying to get my kid who doesn't like mosquitoes to the country house with lots of mosquitoes. And you use every trick, like saying, "Oh, I bought a lot of mosquito catchers. No, there will be no mosquitoes, right?" And then he didn't like. I think it was too bright light to have in the same room or something. Yeah, so this one goes down. Where are the others going? So this one goes to the middle. It's these two are the light. And this one goes to this. So this one has other side. Okay. These two go to the other side, I'm assuming. There's also, you can unscrew here. Okay, let's just see. Yeah. No, these are too fat. I think these are too. No. I just saw big lumps of gunk. Yeah. Whatever, it doesn't matter really. I just don't want anything shorted. And it was all over the place, right? So again, these two, that and that. This connector is the other side. These two go to this side of that one. So these are for the light, and this is the connector for power, and it should be 2 different ones on this side. So that's all the connectors. So I'm curious why it has 2 cables here. So let's look at that again. So maybe we should even turn it right side. So we have...
I have one lamp of Thoth with a ventilator that catches mosquitoes and has a humanitarian design at the bottom of the lamp. There's a small bag, like the one in a vacuum cleaner.
Oh, yeah, this is the bag. A little tray on the bottom that you can unscrew. Like this, at the bottom of it. With these edges here on the side. So there was mosquitoes there, but not a lot for a year. So let's plug it in. No touching. So I'm gonna plug it in, and just to see, this is just a test to make sure that it wasn't like shorted or something. So it's plugged in, it has power. We could measure stuff, but yeah, I don't want to like pull the cord and get it in my lap. That wouldn't be a nice idea. So
like this.
So what I'm thinking is it a possibility that this is too high voltage? If it is, I'll be not happy. So, let's measure these. So we have one, and we have the other. So it might be me too much there. Yeah, so this goes up to 600. Volts, and I said 800, right? So I was bad to it. There. So we were doing more than it could do. Let's just unscrew the rest, right? And there are some capacitors here, so I won't touch stuff too much. So I guess this is for switching the light, if we wanted to. We could probably do it here. Let's see what it looks like. So a tiny lid at the bottom with only this, right? Only the cables going to the two thingies there. So if we were to open this more, so yeah, so it's not really replaceable, right? It's not made for being replaced. It's all kind of stuck. So I'm thinking this is now salvaging some components project, right? So let's see, we have there. Guess you can't see it, right? So so what we did, when we measured here, we know it's not really broken, it's just a light, right? So we could replace the light if we wanted to, and I feel very blind. There was just one! I thought there were two. So now we have all the cables. Let's see if these can be pulled off. Yeah. So, pulled off, meaning might there be something else keeping this together? No. So just a bit of friction there. So so we have some plastic trash for the plastic trash pile. Maybe these are actually kind of cool to keep for some project, right? Like they're a bit flexible. So, but I can't imagine these being useful for anything. So I already had a tiny bit of trash there. So opening that up. And so, oh, there's another screw. I thought I saw two. Could I have seen this one? It's possible that it was available to see. So plastic. So we have two more of those. Yeah, really not meant to be replaced. So I don't think I could put those back, even if I wanted to. So this kind of looks very uneven in the color, right? So I'm kind of assuming that you can really see that it's broken, but I haven't really used these a lot, so. So it's a cool color. Now I'm curious what voltage it wants. Should we plug this in again? So let's unplug this thing too. So it is solar, this
Be a
is.
hot dog toaster, lol.
Just put the hot dog in the middle. But it's not really getting heat. It's just 600 volts between these then. Or 800, I mean. That's quite a lot. Yeah, so they're like crimped in there, these two. So let's just cut them. So where's the pliers? So I'm just gonna cut these two. There. And yeah, so I was just thinking, are there any screws? But these are just folded over. Okay, let's. So I don't imagine us doing anything but putting these in the trash. But as we've gone this far, this is not a big step to sort plastic and metal trash, right? So some more plastic trash to the trash pile. And this is a bit of a cool thing. But without light, no mosquitoes will go there, right? But imagine how much tinier this could be than if it was this big, you know. But I guess they don't want anyone touching it, right, by mistake. So they put it with a big distance. Because compare the diameter of these, right? It's kind of big, the difference. So, but I guess it's a security feature. So, there. And then the lid went into here.
It will be a new type and level of fast food, running on 600 volts. Lol.
800 something. We can watch the video later and see. So I'm saving these because it's kind of good sometimes. Say if you want to pull a tiny lead through a wall like a ground cable that I currently want to do, then I can just make a hole with a tiny screwdriver on one side of the wall, and well, the screwdriver will just push through the wall. Both layers of wall, and then I'll just push this through, and then I put the cable through. So those kind of things, these kind of things are good for. So those we're saving. I think I just ate some mosquitoes. So there was not a lot of dust or stuff in there anyway.
Very
So
creative. Lol.
it's just basic. I've always done that with some kind of thingy. Some kind of tube of some sort. Because cables, they just go like this, you know. So now we have the electronics left. And these look very unpluggable. So we have a power connector with a power cable. That could be useful, right? So let's unplug the other connectors too. And we also know that we can get like, I didn't want to have it connected for long when it was beeping too, you know. And I checked before it said 600. I was like, do I dare to? Let's just do it. Maybe not the smartest thing. So we have some components here. Too. And since we know one of these is one end of the light and the other is the other, and this is the out for the power. So there, it looks like a transformer there. So we'll have to like experiment with these maybe. But it's always, you know, to have full power with your fingers, it's not like really safe too. We might be able to use some of these. So I was thinking, what is this? But it says C, so these are capacitors. And gosh, I'm almost using my glasses when I have a microscope. So we could lower it a bit so we see better. So that's info about the fuse. Let's have something to point with, right? So here it says 850 volts. It's probably this. And it's probably okay still. So this must be L1. And I guess this thing that looks like an O is a D because this is a diode. And here, this one. Oh yeah, it says D here too. Because this is a diode symbol. I was like, why is this one this direction? So someone was having fun soldering. And the resistor is there. That's over there. So 2 more diodes. They've had real fun soldering here, right? I hope it wasn't kids doing it. It's bought in a Swedish store. So I understand why they put the resistors here, though, this way. So let's see if I can like polish the surface there with this. And let's go closer. So let's check. Why not? I'm just playing, right? I was like, I want to do something relaxing. I've been working, then I got my kid and we went to my mom's, helped her buy like 10 giant big things of wood. And we got that into her garage and lots of stuff before. And then we went shopping. So let's see. Actually, the first number there got a hit. So we have information about this transistor. That easy. But it's also a standard. So we get the Swedish Institute for Standards. So this is the component that we have right here. Why did it go unfocused? I don't know. So it has a high value of 4 something. I don't know for what. So let's just click one of the first ones. Oh, NPN. So let's continue looking at the board. So I'm just pulling this up a bit more. So I think I'm almost learning here. So that's not the right spot, right? So let's move this. So what else do we have on here? There's lots of capacitors, all different kinds. There's some resistors and diodes. That's like the whole thing almost, except for the transistor we checked out. And there's B1. It must be B, right? B1. Here we have another. This is not the one we checked, you know, but I think it's the same one. Yeah. So we have two transistors. One there, one there. And then we have the L here. I never remember what they are called. So there. And where's the letter for this? Is it B1 and B2? Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I'm curious to know exactly how this one works. Because I see two different things around it. The blue and the orange there. So what is it really doing? Could we see on the bottom? Yeah, we can. So we can see this is just one layer, right? So at this spot, if I put my finger, this would be the place. Yeah, it's a bit too much to understand fully how it works from this, but we might look at it again. So this isn't a lot of space to keep, right? For checking it out another time. So let's just see if we can get this take a little less space and also not a lot of dust left on them, right? So
Bang Gizmo says, "Is this a bug zapper?"
yeah,
Smile.
yeah. With this one it's dead, but we tested the actual satin thingy. But it goes to the trash. But we might be able to use some of this or the whole thing. We'll see. So it's not like it takes a lot of space. So next thing, let's fix this. So this is not anything that's broken, but since the microscope works very well on this arm here, right? And with this, it can only be like this much up and down. The cross is X is not even in the middle. But these lights are good, right? So I could plug the USB in here and we could have power. And I have that USB cord right a bit ago. Here. So it's right here. So let's just plug it in. So there. So we have a quite, it's supposed to go like this, right, from the sides on whatever we're looking at for the microscope. And I'm thinking, this, I don't want this big plate, right? And there was this thing. So I started yesterday a bit and unscrewed this, and I looked what it looked like. And I was like, yeah, so to be able to get this one out of here, I had to unsolder these leads and put them back. So first of all, let's actually look at where they're placed. So there. maybe we'd use this one, right? But we don't want to use the metal plate. It's just heavy and big, and also there's a big hole where the microscope is supposed to go. So I want to unscrew these. I can't because they're attached. I possibly could, but I still couldn't pull it through, right?
Geometer for brightness control.
Yeah, so this is the brightness. It does both at the same time. So it's kind of nice, really. So I'm thinking I could just put it over here. We could make the cables longer too, so we could have them more on the side. Maybe put them underneath the little table I have here. Yeah, and also I see that you can see the mic, and that made me realize I could pull this out a bit more, right? So there's the edge of the table. So yeah, let's just move stuff a bit, because I have other stuff. I was cleaning this side of the room yesterday, and lots of stuff just needs to go to the right place. That one should be up there. So I don't know what to do with this. But these are all in the way now for the soldering iron. Or the soldering station. And this is sticky. You know how some plastic gets? It's sticky. Maybe I'll just throw it out. This might be from AliExpress. Yeah, so you can like draw on the plastic. Get white stuff. Gooey. So do you think you could like sell this? Someone might want this working iPod old thingy. It's our only, in the house, the only thing we have that is Apple. And it's just because my hubby got it on some, he won it on some kickoff or something. So, right, I also bought this from AliExpress some time ago. There was not a scale, so I guess I thought it was a bit bigger. But it's aluminium, very light. Might be useful for something. I have a big one, you know, of iron. So, we'll see. The question is where I would put that, really, right? This, I'm going to move this. So this is actually web shop stuff. That's not in the web shop. Oh, it's already 19. TryHackMe just hopped up again on top of TryHackMe on my browser. So now we have a bit more space over here. Let's put some stuff back where it belongs. Pen, pliers. Yeah, this is for my drawing pad. It also has a mouse. It's old. I have a whole pile of IDE cables there too. That was in my my drawers. And this is one of these things, you know, with lenses for the phone, but it's never worked for any of my phones. I think I got my money back from Amazon or something. So I guess I should just throw it out.
For a microscope, it's better to use an LED ring positioned around and slightly above the camera lens level. This setup helps avoid mirrored flashes of light's reflection directly into the camera.
What do you see? For the the microscope is going on that light, so it's not. I don't mind the light from the microscope, but it's kind of bad for this camera. So let's just get rid of some stuff that we don't need right now. So there, that we need. And also we have all the screws from this metal bendy thingy. That's good enough. So now I think I can reach everything. I also got like, let's do this. Something to type on. Post-its. If these are not working, maybe I should just throw them out anyway. Board marker. Board. Yeah, and this one's bad, so bye-bye. This one kind of works, but it looks kind of... well, I'll decide later. So... just these kind of things. And turn the solar iron on. I'm just gonna put some water on this. I turn it over so it looks.
Only the color is transparent, lol.
Yeah. You can kind of hear it too, right? If it goes. Just trying to get some water on this. So, kids knocking. Jag kommer gubben! So, I'll go check for my kids and we'll do this. So, it's just at 225 degrees. Slow. Yes, love? Huh? Yes, vad kan jag göra för dig? Vill du prata lite? Vad vill du prata om? Vi bör prata.
I'm going to make coffee. Who wants some?
Har du ätit choklad idag? Oh, den blev stuck i mötesbilden. Så. Yes, jag bara flyttade bilden. Så blir det lite stuck. Så. Skulle du äta chokladen nu?
No, I haven't had any chocolate all day.
Precis. Vi pratade om det igår ju. Det blir 4 idag. Yes. Vill du göra det nu?
But I said it's too late.
Oh, okej. Ja, Linus och jag åkte iväg och hjälpte min mormor och sånt där. Och sen så att vi gör det imorgon när jag kommer hem från jobbet.
Okay. But I want to talk about your stuff too.
Mm. Mhm. Vad vill du ha? Spaghetti? Eller kanske köttfärssås? Eller kanske båda två med ketchup?
Like, can you get spaghetti shaped bread with ketchup shaped smör with shaped cheese?
Vill du ha macka alltså?
No,
Vill du ha spaghetti?
I want both, but I don't want both.
Jag är väldigt confused.
I don't know what to have.
Oh, okay. Jag tycker att det är bra att du äter köttfärssås och spagetti för det är mycket mat. Du får i dig mycket i magen på det.
I thought space sandwiches, but I'd probably get much food too.
Det är inte samma massa i det.
You get to split up a lot of stuff.
Yes. Jag hämtar spaghetti och så hämtar du vatten, okej? Så du har nytt vatten när jag kommer med spaghetti. Så du får gå ner och hämta vatten upp samtidigt med mig. Linus, skulle du vilja ha lite spaghetti och köttfärssås?
Sure.
Jag ska bara gå och säga till här inne. So I'm going to go microwave some spaghetti and meat sauce that I made yesterday for my kids. I'll be right back. It's dinner time.
Thing
So-
is Musa. VR Mechatronics, yes please. Smile, smile.
And I don't drink coffee, but can you get me some tea, VR? Thanks.
VR Mechatronics, yes.
Well, there's no way to put everything. You have everything. Oh, the liquid in. You shit in here bouncing up on the glass and everything.
Okej. Jag kan fixa. Fixar. Så den där sig där. Jag ställer de här bara för att det är nyponsoppa i. Så att det inte blir mycket gupp. Här är din skål som du åt i förut. Så. Och om du vill ha en hårdare strålande där så kan du hämta vatten. Det går inte att göra något åt det. Jag sa att vattnet går inte att spola mer än så fortfarande. Så du vet det. Det här är maxstrålen av kallvatten.
There's cold water in the upstairs.
Precis. Upstairs och där kan du hämta. In i det rummet, badrummet.
And I'm not getting water. I'm not getting water in the bathroom.
Men du kan hämta här. Det är bara att det tar en liten stund extra. Det går jättebra. Jag har tagit mitt vatten där. Jag kan ta åt det annars medan det är konstigt som du vill. Men jag vill ju verkligen att du ska göra det själv. Det är så slow för att jag tror att vi behöver köpa en ny kran. Eller jag är säker på det. Linus! Din spaghetti piper jättesnart. Din piper snart där nere. Laban och ketchupen. Snart kommer du ha ett superfint skrivbord. Tänk. Laban, jag orkar inte hålla längre. Är det okej? Det är rund mat.
Said you're gonna trade
Train.
and hold it like this trade.
Oh, okay. Tack ska dig. Vilken dag. So, have we got coffee? Yeah, I was like, oh, I should have some chocolate, right? Oh, right, I can see chocolate. Nah, let's be healthy. So this will be very warm now. So, this is starting to run out. So here. So let's just look at the card first. So here. I'm thinking we can turn it around. Yeah. And we have plastic over. So let's. I'm removing it all. But we can put it back later, right? So there. So let's remove this. Where's the there? Let's just. So I have the mosquito thingy trash on the floor and my water. There. I want some trash bin. Yeah, so there's lots of solder falling out of this. So we have some. Yeah, right, the new tip. which is not actually new. It's like 15 years in the drawer. So I think it's actually like not perfect. Come on. Should be warm. So it's not really like a new one, right? Maybe it's even worse than the other one. It's not shiny. It is like dull. So there we managed to melt something. There. Come on. Is there something on top of this? There, it's melted. Good. So very melted, please. Oops. So let's do the other one. And this is what the tips looks like. White or black, right? I think it's a tiny bit of actually tiny bit shiny there. Let's see if we can melt this without using tin, but I think this is much easier. So lots of stuff falling out in my trash. I don't know, do we want this stuff in the normal trash? So it looks good. Let's see if it is good. So first of all, let's turn the board over, and we can see that the black on both sides, here too, we have the black away from the connectors. So the red towards the connectors. So let's make sure and note this down, because otherwise I'll be like, what was it now again, right? So we have 2 here and we have 2 here, and we have the board and we have the connectors here, right? So this is red, black, red, black. There. So we have a tiny image with the red and black on it. Very pretty image, right? So just confirming that I was right. And they're also set lead 2 minus, lead 2 plus, and lead 1 plus. Oh, here, lead 1 minus. So we didn't really have to type anything. So I think these are not exactly fully out, but if I put some heat on there and just pull it up, I think the holes will be like all clear. There. So they're like holes. I could just do this before too, but I think it's easier to do it the other way. So we could actually unscrew this one now. You can also open this up in 2 different places, but it's not like you could pull anything through. So 1 loose and 1 to go. So let's see which direction should we do it. Maybe this is the best. And if I turn that like sideways, yeah, like that. Now it's kind of stable. So if I push here, it doesn't change direction or anything. So yeah, I think I will actually help it a bit. So with some stability there. So now it's not flopping around. So that one close by. And right, maybe you should see too. There. So let's just yeah. So my hubby said that I should get the same soldering iron he has. He bought like a cheap thingy on Banggood, I think, that's extremely quick to heat up, and he has lots of tips and he can change them while he's working, so I can't do that. So and also I'm guessing that this is some kind of standard size of the tip that I should possibly be able to. No, I failed. I failed. So there. So let's come on, red one. There. So the tiny board, or rather, let's do it here, right? So we have the nice holes there for the whatever we want to put here. So I'm kind of thinking, I don't know if I want to use them, you know? We'll see. So I put this one up here, it's kind of big, but these would also be in the way if I put them like in a fixed position. So if I were to put them on in like a flexible way, so this one was much tighter. There. So then we have some metal trash, I guess. Or could we use this for something sometime? There were also rubber feet here on it. So but now it's just kind of heavy metal. So maybe we can use this as a weight in something. So I can put it by stuff we could possibly use, right? Like these things. But we have these, and we have the board. And I'm not going to just solder them together because, you know why? Then this has its tiny box. This way. There. To something flat. So I could like put this under my desk. Right? And there's for the cables on different sides. So I could put this under my desk. It would even have a text on the right direction. So if I put this under my desk with the screws just well, not these screws. That could work. But do I want these to be stationary? And what would I put them in? Would I put them in the actual, like, by the way, we could open this, by the way, now and see. Yeah, so now we could pull the cable through, which I, by mistake, did a bit of. Not very smart. So we'll see if I could even get them back. We can also open it here. So have this bit only if we want to, you know. But this might be a good thing to make the light better. So no. I don't know why I fail. But maybe it's inside that it's like a bit crooked or something. Yeah, it wasn't fully in the bottom. So I'm trying not to pull the cable out more, but I feel like I'm doing it anyway. There. So that's in too. Just spun it slightly and it went back through. So I'm not a big fan of these, but these are kind of good. They're quite stable. Some of these are bad, but these are like more stable, really. Yeah, so I think they're okay. But would I want them like on the desk? I don't think so. So maybe I'll build something to use with this that doesn't have a big plate attached, right? So, well, we have the soldering iron out. And this was bi-metal, right, with that thing. So I guess that's one reason they put the plastic. So let's just put this back. Protect this thing there. So yeah, and also this is a USB out, and this is supposed to be the power. So you'd have the USB there too. If you do that, there's also a slight thing here. So I guess you could have power in here and both these power off if you wanted to. Why you would want, I don't know. But you could have power in this way and just skip that one. I mean, if I were to put it on my desk, I don't want the power cable to go in this way. So this was a hint. Yeah, we could switch this for a USB-C connector. That's true. But I don't know.
Hi all.
Hi, welcome in. So I'm kind of thinking, I don't want to do anything with this because I want to like think on it, you know? So what should we do next? We have these now that we will use sometime for something. But we have the soldering stuff out. What's the next fix stuff? Fix it thing. What do we have? Where did I put stuff? Yeah, so this I like. I had a mic. This was a full big mic thingy that was broken. The foot was like broken. It had an odd shape, and it was getting sticky too. So this is just a mic. So I'm thinking we should test if it works, right? So what do you think will happen if I plug this in? Will this be as good as a blue mic? I don't think it's the same quality, but it was like for meetings mic.
VR Mechatronics says, now make rebuy CPU.
Let's see. I don't think so. I'm like, where did I put the tiny card? I think it might be in the second drawer. Let's see. So this is where I put this. That's to fix. Yeah, we have more things to fix in this drawer. I'm like, I put stuff like the plastic and everything is on the radiator, which is like flat on top, and I like pile stuff up there, like stuff going downstairs. Yes, we have lots of things to fix here. This is new. That one, That's just the power. This is what I was looking for, right? We need this. Right. So we have also a new camera to open. We have these to play with. So I don't know how long I will stream today. My hubby will be working till like 3. I will be working tomorrow at like 8. So I should probably not stream all night, but at first I was just thinking I'll do a short stream and then I'll do something else. But I don't think there's like anyone who wants to do anything with me right now. We also have a new rotor, but we also have the one we were already doing, but this is a new one. So let's see. These are the AC adapters for the Raspberry Pis. I'm like thinking, did I put a bad one in here? This one is for this, and this is also a good one, right? Let's see, 12 volts, yeah, so that's good stuff. We're not pulling those apart. We fixed this one before. So then we have the drawer with like measuring stuff, oscilloscope. Right, this one is going back in that one. Let's see. So I'm like, oh, so this one I totally forgot, right? The power cable for the mosquito thing. So I do have tiny zip bags downstairs. I should put stuff like this in a bag so it's not going all over the place. That would be like a good thing. So let's see. Yeah, so I've actually plugged the 2 cables into this one, but then plugged 2 cables into this one after stream, and I put lead on them so they fit into the these. So you don't only have to can have bananas, you can have these, right? So it fits like that. That's kind of nice. So signal generator there, and I'm just putting the power in the right drawer too. So those should really have been in another color. We could do that another time. No, there's nothing to fix in this drawer, but more playthings. Let's put that there. Yeah, the RD45 should go back to the other room. What's that? No. Alright. Cable fixing. What's this? Oh, right. We started making like a ground connection for the radiator. So this is a mechanical thing of plastic, mostly, with the USB. So it's supposed to be something saying, "Oh, give me power with this," right? But there's something wrong in this, so we need to check if we can fix this. This is an old battery charger for a Galaxy S4 that I'm never gonna use. I had a spare battery in there once upon a time, so I'm thinking we'll open it and see what we can use that for. This doesn't work, so it's a fixing project. Let's start with what we're doing, and then we have a pile of other stuff to fix. That's why I'm doing this, because when I was cleaning and when I was cleaning out the drawers, I was like, there's lots of stuff that I'm like, I'm gonna fix this sometime, you know, and then you do other stuff. So this is a mic, and we plug this into the computer, and I guess we'll change OBS to do this, but then I won't hear, so let's do recording instead. There's a green light on it. It's blinking. What's it doing? Will we get one of these nice messages saying like, oh gosh, I'm on the wrong mic. There, I also realized it was at maximum volume. I'm gonna fix that, so I'm gonna pull the volume down. It was like up in the red all the time. So let's see if I can make them the same level. I think they're at the same level now, so I'm going to switch, toggle there. Is this about the same? About the same volume? So I'm sorry, that was the bad mic. It's just in my ear thing. So I'm thinking we'll do Audacity if I remember what the icon looks like. I thought I had it here. Well. Audacity. There's the headphones. It was here, I was just blind. Maybe I shouldn't have it here if I can't find it anyway. So it's actually open on the right screen. Okay, so there's a new update. Whatever, let's do install. It's probably very quick anyway. Yeah, I'm installing stuff. It's nothing else. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, right, the installation is on the screen. Yeah, of course. So again, make it food, but I haven't eaten. So let's actually do it here. Oh, nice, it opened there. So we're just gonna set the mic, recording device, USB PNP device. Let's do something totally different. I'm gonna close it, open it, because I think that might have been something that's not connected anymore. Recording device, so it's still there. So this is my ear thingy. This is a snowball, of course. Yeah. So the only way to know, really. Let's take a screenshot of this. No, I didn't wanna. There. I was trying to Alt-GR print screen, but it didn't want to do that, so we go all the things. All of the things. I have a preview up there still since the microscope, so oh my. So I'm closing it down, unplugging the mic, opening again. I know it doesn't update. It didn't used to before the update, at least. Yeah, so I'm actually going to take a bit of chocolate because I happen to have it.
GPT's programming language to write scripts for Audacity is called Nyquist.
That's a common Swedish surname. Yeah. So it's a device it automatically set it to. The USB PNP sound device, right? So I'm gonna plug it in now, see if we can make it detect it. So let's plug back in. Lululu. We're waiting a bit. So we have to close it down. So when we tested different mics from AliExpress, we had to, or rather, this kind of thing. We had to do that to test the mic. And they were all horrible. Depending, different levels of horrible. Recording device. USB PNP. So if I would have just recorded, I would have gotten the right mic, but I wouldn't have known. So let's try it with this. So the way this was placed in there, it was like this, and then it had two sides like this, I think. I think it was up. I don't know, but it's like this. So maybe it was to one side. I think it was straight up though. I think it's just the length of the cables. So I don't even know if these are attached properly, you know. They look, it looks like they are. We can just... So why am I not seeing anything? There. Yeah, they look firmly attached. So, though I have like, this was also gooey. It was lots of sticky stuff on this. So there. Let's see now. I can close the image program. And well, let's do a test recording. This is a test using this mic. I'm talking to it straight. I'm going to turn it the other way around and see what happens when I talk to it this way. Testing, testing, testing. Talking to it sideways, turning it around to the other sideways. Testing, testing. So let's listen. You can't hear it, can you? So I need to change the audio playback device, I guess. It's going straight to my ear. Micro Sound Mapper, maybe. This is a test using this mic. Now you can hear it, but I can't. Straight. I'm going to turn it the other way around and see what happens when I talk to it this way. It's quite good. Testing. Talking to it sideways, turning it around to the so we could use this for something. Testing. So as this is quite a good cable, this bit is not good though. It's sensitive, but I don't think the audio will change if I do this, right? So what I'm thinking is, since that's a normal mic in, we could use it for phones. We could use it for phones. Meaning, if I'm like doing something, I don't know. Let's do another test. Or actually, I want to hear it again. We don't need to record a new thing, I just need to hear it. By the way, headset. Playback device. Headphones, headset. I think headphones give me better audio quality. No, I can't hear it because it's not what's activated. Oh, right, I get it now. I get it. So the direction doesn't matter at all, really, right? I'm sorry, can't do both. So, yeah, so the only thing, I heard a bit of crackling at some places, right? So I think this test is done. You know, it's working, and the crackling was when I was said I'm turning it around now. So I did this, right? So if we build like a tiny thingy around it, like something predating it, maybe like just fluffy stuff, right? Then we could just plug this into my phones, and then we could have better audio in some situations than the built-in mic, like in the car. That's one of those bad ones.
Sound devices. Just disable all Bluetooth microphones for improved stereo Bluetooth headphones.
Just disable Bluetooth. Nah, I'm using the Bluetooth all the time. What do you mean? Windows recording sound is disable all Bluetooth. Nah, so when I'm doing this toggle mic switch right now, now we're using Bluetooth, right? So we can't disable that. It would be kind of a problem. So working. I should have like a good place for tiny things I might use soon but not currently using, right? So this one will be complicated. So let's do that last. This one is plastic. It might just be like, oh, it's broken plastic. When it arrived, it was already bye-bye. We'll see.
DVT 16-bit stereo 2 channels PC cable microphone is good quality.
Okay. Okay. There, so I have a preview. So let's look at this. Yeah, I'm not changing any setting. I'm happy with the way it is. This I'm not happy with. So we have two screws. We have one there and one there, it seems. So let's just get a screwdriver. So I might actually put these in some kind of... Might build something where you just put them like this, right? And like type a number on the end or something. Maybe that's good. So one reason I don't like changing a lot of stuff. Yeah, so we kind of can see why it's not working, right? How come this doesn't work? So turning this does nothing at all. It doesn't even turn this one. And this is supposed to generate electricity when we turn it. So, part for part. That's not where it's supposed to be. So there's supposed to be a LED too. Okay. Blue plastic. Blue plastic, not good. So this goes here. That goes there, and we can these pins. I was like, what's that? But they just didn't cut off the LED's pins. So we can confirm that it's the right direction, right? If we want to. Let's assume it is and cut these off. No other reason than we might just hurt ourselves. Blue plastic piece. From where? So, imagine something needs fixing. And I see that this wheel is supposed to go here, right? And this one is supposed to go... Oh, this is so sticky. Is it really supposed to just be like that? So, first of all, this seems totally symmetrical, right? Here's another plastic piece. So this is maybe what's broken. So, those two. And this one is good. Ah. So this plastic piece would have blocked it here. Possibly. So now if we turn this, it all turns, right? It's like it's built for this. So, how do we stop this from falling out again? And I'm thinking we can't glue anything because it's all gooey. There's nothing here stopping it. There's supposed to be a tiny, tiny plastic piece going there. So, let's So, it's kinda cool to have a USB charger that you can charge with anytime, right? So, I'm not sure this side is gooey. I think it's okay. So we could just put glue there. But this is a kind of like odd plastic. It might work.
Is it possible you can string resolder a GPU or CPU with BGA packaging?
Possibly, but I'd have to have the things, right? And I've never done it too, but that doesn't stop me. We can test everything. And I'm not afraid of failing something, you know? We can just try stuff. But it can't be like expensive stuff that I don't have. So, if you haven't already seen, there's where it broke off. And the metal rod supposed to go there just fell in. And this one is still where it's supposed to be. So this is like damage from when it was being delivered, right? So we could take this with like something which is thin. This is the thinnest of these. So I have metal ones in the other room. So, but I think I just unboxed this and they like ended up here for some reason. Nah, this is the tiniest one in the room.
CPU sieves need for soldering tin balls.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. So, let's actually do full screen so we have a bigger picture. So, this goes this way. And this surface is supposed to go this way. There. But it's kind of tiny. And I don't even think I might be able to hold it in place, but it's I can't really grip that even. And also, it's probably stuck in some goo now. Where did it go? It's tiny. Not there? Yeah, it is down in the goo. So, I was already thinking that we'll have to clean this if we do it. But this is gooey goo. What would even clean it? And there's a tiny bit too. So it wasn't in the middle of the goo. So, alternatives. Sawing a tiny hole there, sticking in another plastic piece that's like flat like that. Gluing to a bigger surface. I can also see here, by the way, that it's like been against this edge. So let's see if I can just... Gosh, when I look up I can't see anything but the glass. It's annoying. So let's just feel this. Yeah, so it's being like sawing into the plastic. So before it fell out, it did a few turns. Then I guess it just slowly went, since this was broken, it just slowly went away there. So I think gluing something here that's not this piece is more likely to succeed. What? So we do have plastic pieces that we just used, you know, but these are kind of thick. But it's quite thin. So it's not mega thick, it's quite dirty. Let's also look with the board in there. So let's just get rid of that 1 year on the floor dust. So, quite thin plastic. Good enough, probably. So, we have a hole here that could be a good starting place. So, yeah, I want to see it in place first again. So, this went this way, did it? I don't think it was this. Let's see. Yeah, the round end is that way. So it's definitely this. That's right. Meaning, come on. Maybe it's easier to put that one first. By the way, this one shouldn't spin either. So, there. Oh, no. Yeah, so that means that the board is just pressed against here, but not here. So this one has more protection, but it means also that the corner of the board is close to where we want to fix stuff. And we could just put a lot of melted glue there, but we should have something more stable at least, right? Let's just go with this. We don't have to remove this again. We can just put some glue in there. It will be a bit heavier, but it's already heavy with this. So I'm thinking we're going to cut these box things off first. So let's do the side with the least amount of stuff on. So actually, I do have a PlayStation 3 on the attic above the processor. So the problem with that one is probably that it needs to be resoldered. So I just thought of it. So it's the old first mega old big version. So I imagine this being down over there. So we need like a bit extra. This is not actually going to be the hole. So this is where we start cutting, where this, like this, the continuation of this thing is supposed to be. So over here. So we might not even need, we might just need a bit of flat plastic now, really. So if we were to like put this like something. Now I want to glue it. And this is what I want to glue it to, right? It's kinda very different plastic. Let's imagine we want this much. And on one side, so yeah, and this will almost have to remove all of it, or maybe have to remove all of it, and that's too big too. So it's really supposed to be much further down. So this is what I'm going for there. So that one goes more like that. Yeah, I should have used the microscope earlier, right? So something to glue there. It doesn't have to be a lot of contact for the rest. Now we just have to see that that this fits back. So we need to remove more here. So there, and I can't even remove it. It's stuck, which is good. So I get a lot of that grease on my fingers, so I'm going to see what should probably remove this the best. I'll get some stuff to clean with, so we can try and glue it. So let's see. Got two sorts of glue too. Alright, the soldering station is still on. Let's turn it off. And some so let's see if this works. So there's some on this trash bit here. So that's a good test. And let's take a bit of paper. Well, it's quick enough. That seems clean, right? So I'm gonna do this on the inside here. Let's do the other side. So here. This is where we want to glue. Then we have to decide. I'm thinking of doing super glue on this side and putting a more big glue on the other side. Right? So, and this one, which is the actual piece. Right. So this side is actually has texture and this side doesn't. That's not a good thing. Let's give this one some texture too. Right? Why not make this one having a bit of texture too there? So, making it easier for the glue. So let's get another there. So, anyone there? I've noticed that sometimes people are just quiet. So, don't be. Talk to me. Of course lurking is allowed, you know. Of course you're allowed to lurk. Oh, what time is it? Oh gosh. Yeah, I need to stop streaming. I realized the Gar's event started 15 minutes ago. So, also we can cut off a bit of this extra here, but I'm thinking let's glue it first. So I'm just going to glue this. And I guess I'll continue tomorrow with, we can see tomorrow if it's stable, right? So, I'm gonna read something. Let's see. Who have we got online? Oh, Kurosaki-san. So, we're going to raid Kurosaki. And I'm sorry for the abrupt raid, but I was like, yeah, it was 19 some time ago. Is it 20? There. Raid Kurosaki. And I'll go and check my Discord. Oh, I didn't even start my own stream so I can raid with you guys. Should have done that. I don't think I count if I hop into the stream after I'm actually started. Yeah, the Gar event is currently on. So, if anyone else wanna hop in there, it's Gar's streaming on Twitch. Like, no, it's an event, right? So, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for being here, keeping me company, having fun together. And I will put the glue there. Some glue on this side.
PV says.
This
Good
glue.
evening and thank you.
And I'm gonna put this glue on this side so it's more stable, everything. And I'm gonna cut away a bit of this. Probably when it's dried, you know? So it's stable. I could cut it now, but then I couldn't hold anything to it when the glue was drying. So now the raid is going. Bye bye and thank you everybody. And that's a little link to YouTube.
Okay, open up File Explorer. Okay. What up, Fix It? Let's see.
So I'm gonna send his link here to
Should be on network interface.
YouTube. There. So bye bye. Thank you.